Hello, hello. Welcome to Smoothie School. Welcome to lesson 3 of Smoothie School. Today is all about smoothie boosters. So today's lesson is really going to help you elevate your smoothie game to the next level. We're going to be sharing 15 of our favorite smoothie boosters with you today. I'm just going to invite my co-host, my co-teacher for the series in with us. So I'm just going to get Sarah Campus in with us as my co-teacher for this 4-part series. Sarah is a women's fitness PT. Hi,
Yay!
how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good, thank you. Excited for today's session.
Very much so. Got all my Kiki health things ready, all my boosters.
Great, great. So this is lesson 3 of our 4-part series, and today is all about smoothie boosters. So we're really going to help everyone today to elevate their health and well-being to the next level. It's really going to help people kind of up-level their smoothie game, I think. So before we dive in, I just want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors for today's session, who are Kiki Health. So Kiki Health are one of my favorite go-to brands for clean food supplements and superfoods. They are on a mission to help people be their best possible self, their best version of themselves. It's kind of like a mindful movement to help people elevate their health and well-being, to live life to the fullest. It's a brand that is all about quality and integrity and purity, and the ingredients are the best possible quality, they're sustainable, they're bioactive, and the brand is really going to help elevate your health and well-being. They're packed full of all of the good stuff, but none of the unnecessary stuff. So none of the
Totally. No nasties.
preservatives and the sugars. So we couldn't be happier that Kiki Health are helping to sponsor us for this session today. So we are going to be taking everybody through 15 superfoods today. So don't panic, there's no need to take copious amounts of notes on this. You can download our free guide, which is available from both of our bios. So just head to our bio, click the link in the bio, and you can download the guide that's got all the information you need on each of these 15 boosters as to why they're good for your health and how they're going to help support your health and well-being, as well as all the information on the other lessons that we've done, and some recipes and some information on flavor combinations that work well as well. So shall we dive in? Shall we get started?
I think we should go straight in. Absolutely.
So when it comes to boosters, I like to recommend that you maybe pick 1 or 2 boosters to add to each smoothie. And I quite like to think of it a bit like nature's pharmacy. So you kind of tune in to how you're feeling on the day. Think about how you're feeling, think about how you want to feel, and pick 1 or 2 boosters to support how you're feeling. So whether you want to boost energy, whether you want to boost your immunity, your brain function if you're feeling a bit brain foggy, maybe you want to boost your mood. So pick 1 or 2 boosters to help support how you feel. So it's really important you kind of do that little mindful check-in first before you go ahead and pick your boosters, because what you need on each day can vary, can't it?
Big time. And also, I just want to add there that in the smoothie guide, we've got the list of all the 15 boosters there. And we've also got some small little benefits for the kind of things that you can expect from them. So you haven't, so you haven't got to think, oh, I can't remember what she said about, ginger, for example. And if you're thinking, oh, I want to have a bit more of this specific benefit, then you know exactly which one to go for.
Yeah, exactly. And in the guide, you can even scan through according to how you're feeling and what you need, whether it's energy, immunity, sleep, mood boost, and then you can pick the boosters that are going to best support you. So let's dive in. So my first booster that I've got is Chia Seeds. So the humble chia seed, I think these have really risen in popularity over the last years. Now, chia seeds are really good for energy. So if you want a boost of energy, reach for chia seeds. They've got that magic combination of protein and fiber, which really helps you with that sustained energy release. Now, I think that fiber is probably one of the most unsung, downplayed superfoods in itself. It probably deserves food status in itself, because in the UK, 90% of us don't get enough fiber in our diet. You need about 30 grams of fiber a day, and just 2 teaspoons of chia seeds are going to give you 10 grams of fiber. So if you're having a smoothie and you add 2 tablespoons of chia seeds in, you're going to be getting a third of your required amount of fiber just from that smoothie alone. Now, fiber is important. The reason I'm saying that fiber is a superfood is because it has the power to lower your cholesterol. It helps to balance your blood sugar levels, but perhaps most importantly, it helps you to lower inflammation in your body. And that's really important in fighting against chronic disease. So things like diabetes and cardiovascular disease, which are really on the up. And we really need to battle against the trend at the moment and get those chronic diseases down. So reach for chia seeds for energy because of that protein and fiber content. They're also packed full of omega-3, which is good to protect against inflammation. But yeah, opt for chia seeds for energy, but also to get your fiber content in.
And one thing I'd add about chia seeds also is that they're also really good superfood to use if you're trying to replace anything with egg. So if you have an egg allergy, it's really good as an egg replacement, because when you mix with water and you leave it for a few hours or possibly overnight, it becomes really glutinous and really gooey. So it's a really good substitute for egg. And that is also a good thing to note, that if you are going to be adding it to something like a smoothie or an overnight oats or something, that be wary of how much you're going to be adding and make sure you've got enough liquid, because it will become quite glutinous and stodgy otherwise. So just be wary that you've got enough of water content. A bit like if you're having lots of fiber anyway, you need to, it's exactly the same as what's happening in the gut, that you need to have that water to flush it through. Otherwise it will just get all blocked, and what happens? Constipation. So we don't want that. So we want to make sure we have lots and lots of fluid as well.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, really good.
So that's about chia seeds. So I am going to be talking about ginger. I haven't actually got any ginger to hand, which is really naughty. But ginger is probably one of my favorite superfoods. It's so easy to get hold of as well, and it's fantastic for pregnant women and for postpartum women, just for anyone really, mainly because of the fact that it takes away nausea, which is absolutely amazing. And it also reduces your bloating because of the sharpness that it has. It increases the flow of saliva in your mouth, which will just really help get rid of any of the feelings that you have. And it's really good at regulating those blood sugar levels as well. So if you're having PMS or any period pains, then going for ginger is really nice. And it also gives a really good kick. It makes you feel really awake and sharp. I mean, I absolutely love adding it to things like, with pineapple possibly, or orange, your really simple carrot, orange and ginger. You can never go wrong with that. And it just, all the benefits in that is really helpful. And you can get it in different formats. You can get them pureed, or you can grate it in. You can just put the chunks in. So it's really good. Is there anything you want to add to the ginger?
It's also really good for digestion, isn't it? So it can really help if you suffer with any bloating or digestive issues. It's a really good digestive aid. And it's also anti-inflammatory as well. So really good to anti-inflammation, and also like antimicrobial as well. So really good for immune system as well. Yeah.
Perfect.
So one that I've got is flax. So you can either get flax seeds or you can get ground flax. I quite like ground flax because you can also sprinkle it onto smoothie bowls. You can sprinkle it into soups. You don't need to worry about crushing up the seeds. So I've got some ground flax here. Now this is also good for energy because it's got that really good amount of protein and fiber in it. But the reason I love flax the most is probably because of its omega-3 content. So it's really good for brain. So really good for cognitive function, fighting against any of those brain foggy feelings that we get. And it's really powerful. Omega-3s are so important if you're feeling really stressed. Omega-3s really help to counterbalance the bad and the damage that stress can do to our bodies in terms of inflammation. So if you're feeling a bit stressed, you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, up your flax to get those omega-3s in to help deplete the sort of negative effects of stress, but also to help with brain health and cognitive function as well. So that's flax.
And I will also add with flax, it's similar to the chia seeds in that you've got to add that water as well, because it will get quite glutinous as well if you don't add the water. But it's so good because you can sprinkle it on porridge, as you were saying, and it doesn't really have a taste, which is quite nice, because some of these superfoods do have quite a significant taste. But the ginger, and not the ginger, the chia seeds and the flax seeds that we've covered so far, they obviously don't. So they
Yeah,
are good to add.
both chia seeds and flax are awesome for protein, fiber, and omega-3s, all of which we need more of in our diet all the time. So they're really good staple ones, I think. With a smoothie, I always add either chia seeds or flax. One of those,
Perfect.
one of my boosters I always choose.
And it's great for breakfast, just to get it in early in the morning. I think, personally, I love adding it in my breakfast smoothies.
Yeah, and it gives
on the go.
Energy release, doesn't it, as well?
Totally, exactly. And it also, it goes inside with the oats, which is also a really nice slow energy release carbohydrate, which is really good. So all of those things, just make sure that you don't have that spike in energy, so then you don't have the slump. It just gives you that nice energy, keeping hunger locked up till lunch,
That's
as
it.
they say. So I'm going to be talking about turmeric. Now, turmeric has the most amazing color. It's so yellow. It's fantastic. And the anti-inflammatory properties of turmeric is just incredible, particularly in exercise as well. Really, really good for your muscles, honestly. And the active compound is curcumin in turmeric, which is just so powerful. I can't begin to tell you. I personally have a turmeric shot every day, and it has 35 grams of cold pressed turmeric in it. And honestly, I felt such a difference in terms of my energy, in terms of my mood, just being a lot more even and not so, up and down, which, being a mum of 2 boys, you've got to try and find anything that can keep that mood stable. And also, it really helps with depression and anxiety as well, turmeric as well, which is really, really important, which can come, with postpartum, or for anyone really. Anyone can have, any anxiety. And what is also really good, little tip about turmeric generally, is that if you add a pinch of black pepper, it actually boosts the active ingredient by about 2,000%. Yeah. It's crazy just how they work together. I won't go into the details, but how they work together just will really give the activity just so much more power. So it's incredible. And also turmeric,
where it's really important, like you said, when you pick a turmeric supplement, to make sure that it's got that ground black pepper in it, because without that, you're really doing yourself a disservice in terms of not activating that active compound. The other thing you can do, if you're not keen on adding like a pinch of black pepper into your smoothie, is coconut oil actually has the same effect. So you can add like half a spoon of coconut oil as well to help activate that active compound in turmeric.
Oh, that's interesting. I like that. And so, so being the anti-inflammatory nature, it also, reduces your cholesterol and keeps your blood sugar at a nice level pace as well, which is also related to the mood. So everything is a bit of a cycle. You'll see a lot of these boosters, you'll see a nice little trend here. So yes, you're targeting one thing, for example, you're looking for anti-inflammatory, but actually it will be helping other things as well. That is the beauty of these boosters. And that's why Lou mentioned, having just the 1 or 2 is absolutely fine, and you don't want to overload yourself.
Yeah, exactly. That's right. So the next one that I've got is probably one, actually, Sarah, I don't know if you use this a lot, because it's hemp protein powder. So it's this dark green one here. And this is actually one of the richest sources of plant-based protein. Okay, it's a really easily digestible plant-based protein. Gorgeous, rich green color, this one on the end here. Now, it's really good for 2 things. Protein, which is really good in like post-workout recovery smoothies. So really good to repair post-recovery. But it's also really good for energy as well. Packed full of protein and fiber, that magical duo again, and some omega-3. But it's also packed full of 4 really good minerals for energy. It's packed full of magnesium, iron, zinc, and copper. And those are 4 minerals that are really good for boosting your energy, beating fatigue, and beating tiredness. So post-workout, a little bit of hemp powder in your smoothie is really going to help with muscle repair post-workout. It's going to give you that protein and fiber to sustain some energy post-workout, but it's also going to help you with energy levels as well.
Definitely. And it, obviously helps with the recovery as well, because you want to be fueling your body correct after you've exercised. You've just done a fantastic exercise, but actually to get your physical and mental results, actually 80% of your results comes from what you fuel yourself with. 20% of your results comes from the exercise, which is fantastic. You've moved your body, but then it's the nutrition at the end. And that is why having the pure form of the hemp protein and any of these boosters really helps. And as we were saying, I've got the Kiki Health one here, which is absolutely fantastic. It's, it's so pure and it contains no nasties.
Yeah, and the hemp, the Kiki Health one's cold pressed as well, isn't it? So that means that it retains way more of the nutritional power as well. So if you're choosing hemp powder, make sure you go for that cold pressed version.
Definitely. So then I'm going to be touching on cinnamon.
Yeah.
Now, cinnamon is personally, I wouldn't say it's one of my favorites. I know lots of people love cinnamon, but the benefits of cinnamon is incredible. And I certainly do add it to my smoothies when I don't want to taste the cinnamon flavor. But the benefits, honestly, is incredible for controlling the craving of the sweet tooth. Now, for us women, honestly, it's so important that, because we want, yes, we can all have our treats absolutely fine. As we always say, everything in moderation. But if you want to try and dampen down that sensation of wanting your sweet things, just have a little bit of cinnamon in your smoothies, and it will really make an absolute difference. And it also it helps with your PMS and your anti-inflammatory natures as well, and fantastic for your digestion. So adding, you can sprinkle it on your porridge, or you can put it into your smoothies. It's such a fantastic diverse booster to any of your nutritious foods.
Yeah. Really good anti-inflammatory and antibacterial as well. So really supportive of your immune system. And another one that if you're feeling a bit stressed, dialing down that inflammation in your body is really important too. So another good one to reach for if you're feeling a little bit stressed, because also when you're stressed, that's when you tend to also reach for sweet things too. So it can
Totally. Exactly. And it will take down those cortisol levels, which is obviously, which is in itself an inflamed thing. When your cortisol levels go up, it is becoming inflamed. So you want to relax it, dampen it down, reduce your sugar levels, everything. See how it all just comes. It's all very, the thing about nutrition, I just want to touch on, it's all so simple. Yes, there's a lot of choice, but when you know and understand, and that's what I think Lou and I are really trying to achieve, is just educating you on the fact that it's not that complicated, and it's not that complicated to fuel yourself right.
Yes.
And it just takes these small steps, these small little added things to your smoothies, which will make such a difference, not only to yourself, which is number one, but to others around you as well. Because whatever you pour into you, then you can, pour into others with your less stress.
That ripple effect of looking after yourself so you can be the best possible version of you, the best mom you want to be, the best sister, the best wife. It's really got that ripple effect, hasn't it? So
totally, yeah.
I'm going to talk next about one of my favourite superfoods. It's hard to have a favourite, but I think if I had to pick only one booster to rely on for the rest of my life, it would probably be medicinal mushrooms. I'm obsessed.
Ooh,
It's a bold thing. I'm obsessed with medicinal mushrooms just because there's not much that they cannot do to support your health and well-being. So if you're new to the medicinal mushroom world, it's really good to go for a blend. So Kiki Health have an amazing blend of 8 different medicinal mushrooms. And it's going to support you in terms of your energy, your brain function, your cognitive health, banish that brain fog. It helps with immunity, it helps with mood, they can dial down anxiety and stress and depressiveness, they can really boost and elevate your mood and your happiness. I just think that there's nothing that a medicinal mushroom can't do. So
and does it have a taste?
So yeah, this is actually something that people ask a lot. So actually, the Kiki Health ones, I've got them here somewhere. This is their multi-mushroom extract. Now it comes in a little capsule like this. So what I do when I'm adding it into a smoothie, these are little veggie caps. So I pop open the veggie cap and then I pour the powder, which is this nice dark powder here.
Oh, wow.
Pour that powder into my smoothies. Now, people worry that it's going to make their smoothie taste like mushrooms. Promise you it doesn't. It adds a very rich, earthy flavour, and it pairs really well with cacao. So if you paired some cacao with some of the mushroom extract, then you would get that sort of really rich, chocolatey, velvety, earthy flavour.
So possibly adding some maca in there could be quite nice as well, to have a bit of a caramel taste.
Yes, yeah, that sort of butterscotch flavour as well.
Yeah.
But To be honest with you, it's really not that earthiness that comes from it. It isn't something that really needs to be masked. Once it's in with the smoothie, you really don't notice it in there, I promise you. But the benefits really outweigh it. Like, one of my favorite mushrooms, which is in that blend, is reishi, and it's known as the queen healer mushroom. It's actually the most studied plant on the planet because of its amazing ability to heal and repair and restore and calm. It's one that you can take before bed. It really helps with sleep. And it's really good if you're really highly strung. Okay, so if you're feeling a bit highly strung and a bit stressed out, you just need calming, but also you need some rejuvenating and good sleep. It just helps with your capacity to cope and your resilience. So if you're going to start somewhere, maybe start with reishi. Or perhaps with lion's mane. So lion's mane is a really good mushroom for cognitive function, to help boost your capacity for memory and concentration, but also for mood. Like we've been saying, it's so important. It can help dial down anxiety. It can help elevate your mood if you're feeling a little bit low and a little bit bogged down. So reishi and lion's mane are really good places to start. But I think it's a really good idea to just go for one of these blends, because then you get all those benefits that I was talking about before: the energy, the immunity, the cognitive function, the mood elevation. It's kind of like a mushroom cocktail. You get all the benefits.
Lovely.
Capsules. So yeah, if you haven't tried medicinal mushrooms, definitely give them a try.
I haven't actually tried them. And so would you just use them in the smoothie, or how else would you use them?
I mainly use them in my smoothies. I also really love in the evening, because reishi is really good for sleep and calming down and taking the edge off anxiety and overwhelm. So in the evening, I quite often make myself a cacao latte. So it's just like a super healthy hot chocolate, and I pop some reishi, or I'll pop some mushroom super blend in, so just a teaspoon, into my hot chocolate, and it really helps you sort of drift off into that nice calm sleep, because cacao is really calming as well. So yeah.
That's so nice. Yes, it's a healthy chocolate, which I think, whenever I mention that to people, they're like, how can chocolate be healthy? And it's just it's fantastic. I'm a huge fan. And we've got it in our smoothie today, which is very exciting. Right, I'm going to be talking about spirulina. And I think I've got some spirulina here, hopefully. No, it's in the cupboard, really. Okay, apologies. Anyway, spirulina, do you have spirulina? It's unbelievably, the blue one. Perfect. So you can get it in blue or green, and spirulina is amazing for strength and energy. It's honestly just fantastic. It's so good. It contains loads of magnesium, loads of potassium, and manganese as well. And it's such an incredible, and yes, it does change the color of your smoothies. So if you're, it's really good to add it, for example, into a spinach-based one, because then it will just be green colour. And it contains loads of B vitamins. Honestly, it's so unbelievably powerful, I can't begin to tell you. And it's really good for exercise as well, because it helps with your muscles in terms of your strength and endurance. So certainly not about getting bigger or anything like that, 'cause it's not a protein, not a building thing. It's just about really helping with the strength, really helping with those muscle fibers, because of the iron that it's got in it. And it's really good at detoxifying as well, and boosting your cognitive function because of all the B vitamins in it. It's honestly absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, really good way to get some super greens into your diet.
Super greens. And it is quite bitter in flavour if you were to have it alone. That's why it's quite nice to balance it out with something that's a bit softer.
Yeah, it works really well, sort of like mango and pineapple smoothies, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
So next up, I've got another super green. I've got matcha. So matcha.
Oh, love matcha.
Green, vibrant. This is a Kiki Health one again. This is ceremonial grade, which is why it's got that amazing vibrant green color. So matcha is really good for two things: energy and focus. Okay, so in terms of energy, it gives you a real sort of like coffee-esque, like having an espresso shot boost of energy, but you don't get any of the negative side effects. So it's not going to crash you up in terms of energy and then send you crashing down again. It's not going to give
does.
Jitters or anxiety, and it's not going to give you, sometimes if you have coffee, it can actually upset your tummy a little bit because it's so acidic. So you're not going to get any of those downsides, but you're going to get all the plus sides of that energy boost. It's also packed full of L-theanine. which really helps to give you that calm, focused energy. So if you've got a really big work day on, really good way to kickstart your day is with a matcha latte or popping some matcha into a smoothie, because it's going to give you that boost of energy, none of the negative side effects, and it's going to give you that calm, focused energy that you need to plow through your day. It's also packed full of antioxidants. It's actually got 137 times the amount of antioxidants compared to normal green tea. So
Wow.
matcha tea is packed full of antioxidants, and it's also actually got a bit more of a subtle, more mellow flavor compared to green tea. So if you've been put off a little bit by green tea, give matcha green tea a try, because you're going to get all the energy, all the calm focus, all of those antioxidants. It's also packed full of phytonutrients as well, so it's really supportive for your body as well. And it's really lovely in those sort of tropical smoothies. So sort of matcha along with pineapple and mango and spinach is a really good combination with a bit of lime as well. It's a really good way to.
In the smoothie guide that you can download free from both the links in our bio, the first smoothie that we did in lesson 1, which is all about the anatomy of the smoothie, we actually included matcha in there. And trust me, that one is incredible. It's so good. It was Lou's creation, and it's beautiful. But one thing I will add about matcha is be sure that you get these other boosters, but I would, add this with matcha, is look about the quality of the grade. You want to have a high quality matcha. So yes, it will be a little bit more expensive, but it's necessary to get that, to get it.
I was just recapping on matcha. What have you got next for us, Sarah?
So next we've got pre and probiotics. Now, probiotics are the live micro organisms, and then the prebiotics are the fibrous ones as well. So it's fantastic for your immunity and for your mood and for your gut health. It is awesome for your gut health. So one of the things that we've actually got in our smoothie today is a live yogurt, which is an amazing pre and probiotic. It's, it really supports your digestive health. It helps digest your fiber. So if you are going to pair it with something like your chia seeds or your flax seeds, then it will just really, complement it really well to help produce really healthy and good bacteria in your gut. And also it contains in things like soya as well, and garlic and bananas are really, really, really good pre and probiotics. So it's a fantastic addition.
Yeah, probiotics are so important because they really help with your immune system, because most of your immune system is actually in your gut. So if you look after your gut health with probiotics and prebiotics, actually really supporting your immune system health. But also most of your serotonin, so your happy hormone, is produced in your gut. So if you're looking after your gut and your gut is happy, it's going to help you be happy too. And the other key thing with probiotics is probiotics are the good bacteria that you want to colonize gut health with, because you want to boost up that ratio of good versus bad. So you want to up your good bacteria. So probiotics are going to help you do that. But there's no point in putting all the good bacteria into your gut without feeding them. And that's what prebiotics do. So prebiotics feed the good bacteria and help keep them happy. So that's why it's really good to have probiotics with prebiotics.
Definitely. No, absolutely. I think it's good for the dairy side of the smoothies as well.
Yes.
That's where it's good to add.
That's it. So the next one that I've got is cacao. So cacao can come as cacao powder, or it can come as cacao nibs. And it's this delicious looking rich chocolatey one. And it really does give your smoothies that delicious rich chocolatey flavor. It's really good for energy, and it's really good for mood. It's good for mood because it contains magnesium. And magnesium is nature's chill pill. So it really helps to dial down stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. And it's higher in antioxidants than red wine and blueberries. And it's packed full of polyphenols, which are really good for your gut health. And like I was saying, if you look after your gut, you're also looking after your mood. So reach for cacao if you want to boost your energy, and if you want to boost your mood as well.
And that's, and it's such an easy one to add into anything, into your post-workout, something, mixing it with banana possibly, or a yogurt type, base, and it could be dairy or plant based. But no, it's honestly absolutely amazing, and I certainly find such a difference taking cacao. I absolutely love it, and having a mixture of the both is really good. And actually, I've got a really good healthy chocolate recipe as well. It's called cacao nibs and cacao powder, and I will share it with you. It's absolutely divine. It's just five simple ingredients, and it's so incredible.
Yeah.
And it's dairy free, so it's suitable for vegans. So it's amazing. Really nice. Ashwagandha, very exciting name, very incredible and amazing booster for vitality and for fertility, which is so good. It actually increases the fertility for females, and also helps the men's as well by increasing their testosterone as well. So it's really good. And once again, it's one of these mood balancing ones, because it reduces your cortisol levels. It has that anti-inflammatory nature. So you may see here that we're getting a lot of little simple hints and tips. By adding these small different things, you will have a lot of benefits in your smoothies. And this one is really good also to support your energy and your sleep as well. And just help with that endurance. So to help you go that little bit longer. So it's again one of these slow release form of boosters. And the taste, it doesn't really have much for taste, I have to say. So it can be added pretty much to anything. But the benefits are just fantastic. And the name is pretty cool too.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good for endurance. It's really good for energy, endurance, and mood support. So I think it's really good for any of us, hands up, who are prone to overscheduling and kind of running ourselves down a little
Mum
bit.
life, right? Mum life. I mean, you've got 4, I've got 2. So that's mum life.
It's one that I really rely on. I put it into smoothies, but I also put it into lattes as well. You can mix it into hot drinks as well, because it's just so good for energy, endurance. If you've got one of those days where you're just like, I'm just not sure how I'm going to get through the day today, ashwagandha.
Totally.
Yeah. So the next one that I've got is Moringa. So it's this nice earthy green one here on the end. So Moringa is this green powder, really good for energy, really good for mood. It is loaded with iron, which is why it really helps to fight fatigue and tiredness. But as well as being loaded with iron, it's loaded with vitamin A. And vitamin A helps the absorption of iron. So it's a really good energy boosting combination there. And it's really good, actually it's also good for hormone balancing as well, but it's really good for your mood because it gives you a dose of tryptophan, which is an amino acid which is needed to produce serotonin. And serotonin is your feel-good happy. So it's really good for energy and really good for mood. Quite a subtle flavor as well, so a really good one to add into your smoothies because you won't really taste it too much, and it's going to really give you that energy hit and mood support in the form of helping your body to create serotonin, your happy hormone.
And I really like it as well. And I am going to also tell you guys about chlorella, which is so good for energy. It's also got a really nice green color as well. It's a kind of algae type looking booster, and it's great for detox, great for healing, great for reducing any fatigue you've got. Once again, similar to the one before, great for balancing your hormones, great for your gut health. So once again, it goes along with the pre and probiotics really nicely. It could go along with the ashwagandha really nicely. They all really support each other. That's why adding in, once again, 1 or 2 just will really help. And that's got a green color, so it could go nice with the spirulina, but then you want to make sure that you balance it with a flavor that can be quite overpowering. For example, something like the pineapple or the mango, just to bring down that bitter possible flavor that it could have.
Yeah. That's it. Lime's also good for that. It sort of cuts through that bitterness as well.
Yeah.
So this is the final one, isn't it?
It is the final one.
Our 15 superfoods. Last but definitely not least is Maca. Okay. Oh, this is such a good one for smoothies. So yeah, great. This is Maca here. So Maca powder, it's actually got quite a nice flavor to it, quite vanilla-y and butterscotchy. Very subtle, but it's sort of a vanilla butterscotchy flavor. Now, Maca, legend says that Incan warriors used to take Maca before they went into battle because it gives you this amazing energy and endurance and resilience and capacity to cope. And I don't know about you, but I sometimes feel like I'm doing battle on a daily basis. I feel like
Definitely.
up and you're doing battle on a daily basis. So Maca is, I think it's that go-to adaptogen for mums. I really do. It really helps to boost your energy. It really helps to support your mood. If you feel like you're a bit of a modern day warrior, then Maca is a really good choice for you. It also really helps to boost your energy because it's got magnesium, calcium, iron, potassium, and vitamin C in it. But if you feel like you're a little bit bogged down, then Maca is really going to help you in terms of your energy and also your mood support. But it also adds that really nice vanilla butterscotch flavour to your smoothies too.
Yeah, so adding it to something, possibly to the banana, the potassium in the banana type thing, that could be really nice. So you'll get that really wholesome smoothie. And even if you make it that little bit thicker, it could be your smoothie bowl, and then it really is caramelly and you're having that feel good from in and out. It's just amazing.
Yeah, a really good one in lattes as well, actually, because of that nice butterscotchy flavour. So another good one to add into your lattes. So shall we make our smoothie for today?
Yes, I think we definitely should.
Chia cherry chocolate smoothie. Okay,
yeah.
so I'll wish you through the ingredients that we've got for our smoothie today. So again, don't worry about writing all of this down, because this recipe, along with all the other recipes, is in our free smoothie guide, which you can download from the link in our bio. But we have got remember back to our anatomy of the smoothie. So you want whatever you're doing with your fruit, so half a cup of fruit. In this case, we've got black cherries. Frozen black cherries are really lovely for this. Whatever you're doing in terms of your fruit, you want to double your veg. So we've got half a cup of black cherries, and then we've got a cup of veg, and our vegetables is courgette coins and cauliflower. So I've gone for frozen cauliflower, make it nice and chilled. So like I think I said before, instead of throwing ice cubes into your smoothie, throw frozen cauliflower in, because you get the fiber benefit as well. I've also got some kefir in there for protein, but also for probiotics. So
I've got live yogurt in mine. I've got Greek live yogurt in mine.
Still got the protein, still got the probiotics in there, supporting your gut health. And then I have gone for my healthy fats. I've gone for mixed nuts and seeds. So I've got some sunflower seeds and pumpkin seeds there for my healthy fats. And then the two boosters I've gone for chia seeds. So I've got that fiber, that protein, those omega-3s, and I've gone for cacao. Kind of for the chocolatey flavour, because it goes so nicely with the cherry.
With cherries.
But also for that mood and energy support from the cacao. And then you just need a cup or 2 cups of plant-based milk. And I've gone for oat milk today. So
I've gone for cashew milk, actually.
Lovely creamy cashew milk. So
yeah,
knowing a little bit more about all the milks and benefits of the milks and which milks to go for, then go over to either of our feeds and go back and look for lesson number 2, which was all about milk alternatives. And you can find out all the benefits of the different milks and perhaps see why we've chosen the different milks that we've chosen today. So let's whiz up our smoothie. Gorgeous colour, isn't it?
Colour is fantastic. That's the cherries for you. Looks absolutely. Oh, the smell is absolutely divine.
And so if you have downloaded our free guide, the first lesson in there is the anatomy of a perfect smoothie. So if you ever sort of fumble around with your smoothies being too thick, liquidy, not the right texture, that first lesson is really help you out with the ratio, so you get that kind of perfect
really
pour every time.
Yeah, it's really nice and thin. It pours well. Cheers.
Oh, so nice.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Mm.
That's really, really nice.
Really rich and earthy, and you're going to get all those benefits of those boosters we've added in today. So it's going to be really energy supporting, really going to help with mood as well, and really help with energy, because we've got that perfect balance of fats and proteins in there to give us that sustained release energy as well.
Really, really nice. Well, I find that so interesting. There's so much that we covered. Yeah. So as we mentioned before, definitely go to the link in our bio to get the smoothie guide, because we covered 15 different boosters So there's a lot to cover. Lots of the benefits are in there. And I think you're going to touch on the fact that our favourite go-to booster is Kiki Health
Yeah.
Supplier.
So a massive thank you again to Kiki Health for sponsoring today's session. They really are an awesome brand to help you elevate your health and well-being to the next level with their clean superfoods and superfood supplements that are just packed full of purity, integrity, sustainability, bioavailable ingredients. So a massive thank you to Kiki Health for sponsoring us today. And don't forget to tune in next Tuesday at 12 noon over with Sarah at London Mums Fitness. And it's going to be our last lesson, lesson 4. And it's all about nut butters, isn't it?
Oh, I love nut butters. It's going to be such a good one. Amazing proteins, loads of benefits. And, you know, I always get questions from lots of my clients about, you know, which is the best nut to have. So you'll find out next week.
Yeah, brilliant. So thank you everyone for joining. Thanks for joining us today. And we hope to see you next week at 12 noon for lesson 4.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Lou.
Sarah, nice to see you. See you soon.
See you. Bye.
Bye.